Hello, YouTube. Now, NetherRealm Studios / Warner Brothers Entertainment, Interactive Entertainment that is, has announced Injustice Gods Among Us, which is essentially a DC fighting game. This is awesome. This isn't going to be like Mortal Kombat vs. DC. Let's forget Mortal Kombat vs. DC doesn't exist for a moment, okay? This is going to be pure DC characters kicking the living crap out of each other for the sake of being called number one. Now, so far the characters that have been sort of announced, per se, have been Superman, Solomon Grundy, Batman, Harley Quinn, Flash, and Wonder Woman. And the thing is, it's going to have the multiple background thing, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be fought on a 2.5D plane, so that'll be kind of nice. But the fact is, like, you can pick up cars with, like, Superman and Wonder Woman and Grundy, but there are, like, apparently going to be different ways that Wonder Woman can pick up a car that Superman can't do, whereas characters like Batman will be able to, like, rig the car to do crazy stuff and whatnot. So this is going, and there's going to be a lot of objects you can use in the environments, and when you switch to a new environment inside the same fight, there will be different objects you can use, so they're kind of hinging on remember where you are, because you'll be able to use that to your advantage type deal. And I'm really looking forward to this game, because, you know, everyone's been asking for, like, a pure DC fighting game or a Marvel fighting game, and then kind of, like, have a crossover at some point of Marvel versus DC. So, this is kind of setting that up, because we've already had stuff like Marvel superheroes and so on and so forth, and then the X-Men versus Street Fighter and Marvel versus Capcom, and now that we have our pure DC game, even though Marvel vs. Capcom isn't really a pure Marvel game, we did have Marvel superheroes back in the day. So we have had our pure Marvel fighters in the past, and now we finally get to have our pure DC fighting game, and it's going to be done by NetherRealm. So perhaps maybe later on down the road we could have Capcom with a Marvel style and NetherRealm doing a DC style, and then mash those two games together, kind of like how they're doing Street Fighter Cross, or how they did Street Fighter Cross Tekken and Tekken Cross Street Fighter, where it's going to be two different games with the same kind of thing, one being developed by NetherRealm Studios and one being developed by Capcom, and just kind of have two separate games in their respective fighting styles, but have a crossover game like that. I'd like to see that. But in terms of this DC fighting game, this will be a day one purchase for me, because I don't care. I'm a huge fighting game fan, and this has been something that I've been asking for quite some time, and many fans have been asking for it. The game just looks simply fantastic. I will post a link to the trailer in the descriptions. Gotta check it out if you haven't seen it yet. It is simply fantastic. You're gonna definitely enjoy it if you're a fan of fighting games, at least at this point. Hopefully we'll find out a bit more at E3 and maybe see some gameplay footage at E3 next week. But I'm very happy for this game to come out, and I'd like to get your thoughts on it. Do you think a DC fighting game is what we need right now, and what people really want, or do you think it's something that should never have been done, and what have you? Either write it down below in the comment box, or make a video response giving your opinion about it. Again, I am simply just absolutely thrilled for this game. I can't wait for this to come out. And graphically it looks beautiful. Combat style, if it's anything like Mortal Kombat that came out last year, this game's just going to simply be absolutely epic and fantastic. So remember, Injustice Gods Among Us is set for 2013 release. Should be a good time. And I will see you all next time here on YouTube.